Morning everybody, welcome to our next stage in our video series. This is a help video that we've provided. It's in no way replaces vet care at all, but it will give you a first response, a place to start from. Okay, three types of rat care kits, depending on the owner's ability and their knowledge. Okay, so I'll go straight into them, I'm not going to worry about anything else. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask us. We'll do our best to answer them to the best of our knowledge. Okay, so first one, we're going to go straight into a beginner's kit. This is the bare minimum you should have on hand when you own rats. Okay, so we'll start off, saline. Available from all pharmacies, really easy to get hold of. It is antibacterial. There's no chance of infections from it. If you haven't got it, use boiled water. Okay, really good for cleaning out stuff. Next part, gauze. Okay, everyone knows what gauze is. Great wound packer. Pretty easy to use. Not sterile, unfortunately, but you can put whatever you need to on them. You can use your saline, you can use your boiled water. Helps to clean out stuff. You can also put ointments, anything like that onto it. Use it to protect the wound. Bandages. Bandages are great. Keeps the wound closed once you've got it on there. Okay? Now this is only first off, so don't worry too much about how hard it is to put it on. I can show you later on. That's not an issue. So the best way to start is right from the neck and work your way down the body. Okay. Now, towels. Hand towels, brilliant. You can turn your rat into a burrito, as we call them, simply because you wrap them completely up in your towel. They can't bite you, they can't scratch you. Also keeps them calm. The other one that you can use the towel for is to protect your hand when you're getting them out of the cage. If they're stuck, if they've been injured, most of the time a rat will bite. Okay? With the towel, you can grab hold of them, they'll bite the towel, they won't be able to bite you. Okay. In furtherance of that one, now I'm lucky because I'm a Boilermaker, I can get these really, really easy. But you can buy these from Bunnings, you can buy these from most hardware shops. Welder's leather glove. Once again, put it on, it's a protection for you. You can pick up the rat without an issue, they're not going to be able to bite through it, or if they do, they're not going to do as much damage. Okay? Scratch proof, easy. Wire cutters. I cannot stress how important these are. If your rat gets a leg stuck in the cage, slips through one of the cracks, whatever, these will allow you to actually cut the cage to get them out. I would rather cut the cage than have an issue with the rat. Okay, the cage is replaceable, your rat's not. Surgical gloves. If they've been in a fight, there's going to be blood. Okay, this is for those people who are a bit squeamish, don't really like blood. You can use them for anything. It's a brilliant little idea to have them on hand. Small carry cage or box. I'll just bring it over. Now this one is our carry unit that we take to the vets. As you can see, we've got two fat boys in there. No issues, they both fit. And I'll use these guys later on to show you a few little tips and tricks. Okay? Sorry. Push that back out of the way, make it so it's nice and easy to see through here. Okay, the last two things that we've got are syringes. Now these syringes don't have needles. These are really good for feeding, for applying ointments, for applying medications, anything like that. Your 1 ml and your 3 ml. The 3mm are a bit harder to use because they've actually got a screw top, where the 1mm doesn't. You can just suck up anything you need, any water, any medications, whatever, squirt it straight onto them. This one is mainly used for feeding, so I'll get into that later. Really good for bubs. Okay, so that's our first kit. Really, really simple to get hold of, really easy to keep. The intermediate kit. Excuse me for a second, I'll just get these boys out of the way. Intermediate kit. Now, we've set all these up so it's actually easier for you guys to see them. Alright? So your intermediate kit is exactly the same as your beginner's kit. So everything that's here, plus these extra few items. So the first item we'll go through is your nail clippers. Nail clippers, small set, even baby clippers, perfect for doing nails. Okay, it'll prevent you from being scratched. In conjunction with that, nail file. Another brilliant idea. Gets rid of the sharp edges on the claws. Okay, really easy to use. Alright, corn flour. Now, as you can see, we don't really keep anything in massive jars or anything like that. We don't need to. That is pretty much all you'll ever need in your first aid kit. This is used to stop minor cuts and bleeding. Okay, so anything on the tail, feet, toes, ears. Anything other than that, best off, wrap them up, take them to the vet straight away. Okay, but this is really easy. If they've got a cut on their toe, or they've pulled a nail out or something like that, dip the toe in the cornstarch. Seals it up. Same with tail. I wouldn't do it for degloving. If it is bleeding, yes, but if it's not, don't do anything with it. Wash it down. Okay? Betadine. Now, we all remember this from when we were kids. I know I do. I'm pretty sure you guys would too. Brilliant, brilliant solution for rats. It does exactly the same thing for rats as what it does for us. It's antibacterial. Okay, cleans the wound out really well. So that's all your fighting wounds and stuff like that. It'll kill anything that's in there. Your mild antibacterial creams or soaps. Okay, so these are just two little packs that we've got. They're just a cleansing wipe. Okay, tear it open, wipe your rat over with it. Okay, wipe the wound down. It's a mild soap, it's an antibacterial, it'll stop infection. Now this is what we use, Bepanthen. Okay, this is just what we use, it's easier. You guys can use whatever you want, but Bepanthen antibacterial or antiseptic creams, really good for wounds. Once again, fight wounds, anything like that, bit of this on your gauze, taped up, take them to the vet. Okay, really easy. Cotton tips, cotton buds, whatever you want to call them. You can also use cotton balls, works the same way. But you can get them wet, wipe down the wound, apply creams, anything you need to do using those, brilliant, works well. Tapes. Okay, I've got a few different types of tape here, different applications. Your first one is the thin surgical tape. Just use it on your bandages. Okay? No need for anything else, helps keep them close. Your second one is your thicker surgical tape. You can put that straight over the top of your gauze, it'll hold it on. Okay? Easiest way to get it off, using oil. I'll get into that later, but yeah, easiest way to get it off, oil, gauze, brilliant, same as using it for us. The third one. Now this is Fix-A-Mole. This is actually an after wound care or after surgery care that you get from doctors, from pharmacists. Okay, sticky one side, it's fibre, and so it's not going to do any damage. It can stick straight onto rat's fur, sticks straight onto hair, sticks onto gauze, sticks onto everything. Okay, really easy to use. You cut it to the length you need and it's done. Your small carry cage, as you saw before, or a hospital cage. Now what we use as a hospital cage is a small single level cage that has no possibility of anything falling on them. Alright, keeps them calm, keeps them quiet. While they're recovering, no one else can get to them, so no one can hurt them either. Makes it really, really easy to look after. Okay, Manuka honey. Same as what it is for us. Antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal. Okay, so coconut oil is the same, does the same thing, but this one, great for wound packing. Okay, so if you've got a nice big cut from a fight, or you know they've had a fall, landed on something sharp, pack it with Manuka honey, bit of gauze over the top, bandage, vet. Really good. Okay, small pair of scissors, pretty self-explanatory, I'm pretty sure. Everyone knows how to use scissors. Use it to cut your tapes. Bandage if it's too long. Gauze too big. Use it to cut whatever you want. And the last thing is an eyedropper. Now I cannot stress this enough. Great for betadine. Great for any other medications you need to give them. Everyone knows how to use them. Squeeze the bulb, suck up, squeeze onto. Works the same way as your syringes, just without having the plunger. Okay, so that's our intermediate kit. Now, sorry, I forgot about the sports tape. I prefer not to use it. Okay, but if it's all you've got, use it. Okay, so that's that one. Now, this one is going to be a little bit bigger. This is the advanced kit. This is what we have. As you can see, there's a fair bit there already. But just to add a bit more to it, I'll bring this one over. Yes, we're going a bit far into it, but this is what we believe you should have as a rat care kit. Okay? So, the first part is all the same stuff. So, your betadine, your cornstarches, your tapes, your antibacterials, everything that you've got there, plus this. Okay? So, we were going to show you a collar, but we won't worry about that. Vets are normally the ones who do that, and that's mainly to stop them from scratching themselves, biting into their wounds, anything like that. Okay? So, first part, MCT, coconut oil. Okay? We keep it in a small bottle like that. That's easy because it's easy to cut around. Brilliant. It's got monolaurin in it, okay, which is antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral. It will not let anything infect the wound. Okay? Use it on a regular basis while the wound is healing, and you can also use it to remove your tapes. So it's always good to have. Always. If you haven't got it and you need to get tapes off, use your olive oils, vegetable oils, or anything like that. But this one is brilliant for wound care. Okay, if you need to know where to get it, then send us a message and we'll get back to you. Okay, Revolution. This is brilliant as well. Get everything out of the way again. Cat Revolution. Brilliant. We've done this one already. This is for mites, ticks and fleas. And so if you haven't seen that video, search for it, have a watch of it. It'll tell you everything you need to know about Revolution. Okay. This is another one I cannot stress enough. A simple little LED torch makes things really easy to see. Okay. Now, we also use this one here. We use this for sweet stuff, so your straight cordial, anything like that. Use it to get your rats through their shock. Okay, everyone knows what shock looks like. Rats get it as well. Something sweet always perks you up and gives your body a chance to start the healing process. That's what you need to do. Okay, really easy, really cheap. Carry it around. Now, this is something we use pretty regularly as well. Set of kitchen scales. Something to hold the rats in. You need to weigh them. Some of these medications you actually need to figure out how much you need. Okay, you can't do that without a correct weight. If you don't have a correct weight, don't even try it. Okay, as we said, we're not trying to replace veterinary care, but if your vet has given you a specific dose that needs to be given to them, and they tell you it's by weight, you need to weigh them so you can give them the correct dose. Okay, it's as simple as that, guys. I cannot stress that enough. Don't overdose your rats. Underdosing, not as bad, not going to work as well as the correct dose, but overdosing can kill them. Okay, we don't want to see that happen to anyone. Alright, off the hard bit. I know that was pretty nasty, but I had to say it. Pill cutters and crushers, brilliant. Not all your medications are going to be in paste form or liquid form. Some of them, such as prednisones or other tablet related ones, have to be cut and crushed before you can mix them with water. Okay? Best thing to get, cutter and a crusher. Works wonders. Alright, the other one that we use in conjunction with the torch, get yourself a magnifying glass. As you can see, we don't have the top of the line of pretty much anything. They don't need to be top of the line, so long as they are usable. Okay? Any small cuts, grazes, anything like that, you're going to be able to see a lot better with a magnifying glass and a torch than you will by naked eye. Try and keep one with you at all times. As you can see, this one's pretty flexible. And because it's made by Vision Australia, it's pretty easy to get hold of too. Okay, stethoscopes. I wouldn't say it's a necessity. Okay, it's a good idea to have it, simply because it makes it a lot easier for you to listen to your rat's lungs. Okay, if there's something going on in their lungs, you'll pick up more with this than by your naked ear. Okay, gets right in, makes it easy to hear. So, not a recommended, well, it's recommended, but not a requirement. Okay, so that's the stethoscope. That's another easy one. This one we have set up before. I don't think we've done this one yet. This, we will have a video done on this soon. This is a nebulizer. As you can see, I've created my own little nebulizer box. It's got a hole in it so that you can stick what you need through it. Let me get these out of the way. Okay, as you can see, the hole on the front. Open the box. Now, we've already set this up. We don't normally have this set up, but your medications go in there. Now, we use gentamicin and Asmol. So it's human stuff that we use in it. Goes in. The whole system. Get it out. Gets plugged in. Straight into 240. Turned on. Everything starts coming out of here in a steam, like not a steam form, but mist form. Plugged straight in the front. Okay, we've currently got it taped over, and I'm not sure why, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, plug straight in. Got your rats inside it. Put some paper towel inside it. No issues whatsoever. They won't like it very much, but unfortunately, if they've got mycoplasma or something along those lines, then you need to use it. Okay? It's the same as if you've got asthma. If you've got asthma, you need to use it. Myco does the same thing to rats. So, there will be another video coming up on Myco soon. We'll get right into it when that one comes in. Okay? That one, really, really handy. Keeps them nice and happy and clear. Okay, now we've got the small animal wormer. Absolutely brilliant. When you first get your rats, if they've got a little bit of diarrhea or anything like that, treat them. Okay, a couple of drops in water, you're good. Humidifier or steam, once again, same as with humans and asthma, opens up the lungs, opens up the airways. Oxymav B, really good for sneezing. If they're doing a lot of sneezing, a lot of coughing, mix up some of that. We'll get into that with Myco again, so don't worry too much about it. You need distilled water or boiled water to mix your medications in with. Okay? Keep a little bit on hand. If you don't, you've always got the kettle sitting at home. Now, we've got Vibravet. Okay, this one here is doxycycline, also known as Baytril. So you get onto the American sites, they're always talking about Baytril. This is exactly the same stuff. It's an antibiotic, grain of rice size. You just squeeze it out and give it to them. Most of our rats, well actually all of our rats, take it straight off the syringe. Okay, Ventolin. Ventolin is used in conjunction with our nebulizer. Exactly the same as what you get for humans. Really easy to get hold of. Don't need a oh yes you do actually, you do need a prescription for it, but your vet can get it for you. Okay. Gentamicin, once again, this is vet specific, this one. Okay, the vets will have this. Hard to get hold of at the moment, but they can get it. Okay, used in conjunction with the nebulizer once again, so those two are used together. Meloxicam, okay, is a pain reliever, anti-inflammatory. Get it from the vets, and it's for your cats. Weight-wise, figure it out, give it straight to the rats. Does exactly the same as what it does for cats. Okay, now this is a human one as well. Okay, I know that a lot of people don't like giving human stuff to rats, but it's prednisolone. Okay, helps with their breathing. It's a corticosteroid, but you need to figure out how much to give them. We will get into that later. If you actually want to ask us about how much to give them, then we can give you the exact dose rate, and it's done per weight. Okay, so that's it for these ones, for the kits. Going to take a short break, and we'll be back with our feeding and our pups. Thank you.
Go.
The magic of the pause button. Gotta love it. Okay, so now what we're going to go into now is your rat feeding. So if you've got a pregnant rat, mum doesn't want them, gloves come in handy. Trust me. We've had this happen before. We've both been bitten by one of our mums, but she was overprotective. It wasn't that she didn't want her babies. She was just overprotective and no one was allowed to touch them. Okay. Now, if you do have a mum who doesn't want her babies and you need to feed them, we've got the stuff to show you how to do it. Okay. The first thing we have is a rat teat. Okay, absolutely needed. Bubs can suck on that without an issue. Okay, your 3ml syringe. Now, the youngest bubs won't have 3ml, but always make sure you've got that 3ml syringe. Okay, you mix up your dog milk replacer with, as it says on the back, how to do it. Just read it, make it up. Suck it up in your syringe, grab your teat, push the teat over the top of the syringe, make sure it's actually quite a nice tight seal. You can hold onto it if you want to. Okay, and then just slowly make sure that the tip is full. Bubs will take it as they need it. Okay, so once they've finished feeding, move on to the next. Once they're old enough not to need the teat, then you've got a 14 gauge feeding tube. Okay, it looks like a needle and it actually comes up as a 14 gauge feeding needle, but there is no sharp point on it. It is just a nice rounded ball. That, once again, goes straight onto your syringe, half a twist on, locks in, suck up, squeeze out. Bubs can take it as they need it. Okay, really easy. Once again, cotton tips, wonderful thing. This will actually stimulate them to go to the bathroom. Okay, once you've fed them, you need to stimulate them to go to the bathroom. Otherwise, they get bloated and blocked up. Okay? Don't want that happening to bubs. They can't look after themselves. So you need to do mum's job for them. It is basically giving them a clean. Okay, they will poo, they will pee, they will do all of that wonderful stuff. Okay, so that's another major part to have. The other one that you should have as well, we currently don't have one, but we will be getting one very shortly, once we start breeding again, is a heating pad or a microwavable wheat bag. Brilliant, keeps them nice and warm. Okay, that takes over mum's position. Excuse me. Okay, so that's what you need to feed. We currently don't have any bubs, but when we do, we'll actually take you through a feeding if we need to. If anybody doesn't know, please contact us. Okay, we will help out as much as we possibly can. Now, a couple of things that I need to go through with you. Okay, we've got the first one, which is a choking. So sometimes your rats get stuff caught in their throat. So your jelly-like substances, so your snakes, rawhide, stuff like that. Okay, if it gets stuck and they can't get rid of it, so after about an hour, they're still choking, you've got two options. You can do the Heimlich, which I don't recommend because it does actually break bones. Okay. Keep them up. In on the ribs. I'm not going to do it, okay? Trust me, I'm not actually going to do this because there's nothing wrong with him. As you can see, he's not real happy about it. And you actually give them a quick, hard squeeze on the ribs to force anything out. Exactly the same as a Heimlich maneuver for a human. The other one, which is the one that I would prefer to use, is a centrifugal style. Okay, it's exactly the same as what they teach for young children now. Okay, simply standing up, hold your rat over the top, raise them above your head, and bring them down in a sharp fashion, and stop. Okay, once again, not going to do it, there's nothing wrong with him. So that's the easiest way of doing it. Anything that is caught in there will get thrown out that way. Sorry, we've got a wandering rat. Okay, Stethoscope. As I was saying earlier, the stethoscope is brilliant for hearing stuff. Everyone knows how to put them in. Okay? As you expect, straight in you can hear everything. Using the end, the best way to look up to hear what's going on in your rat's lungs, find their shoulder blade, go just in behind the shoulder blade, you can hear their lungs perfectly. Okay, if you go down too low, you'll hear their heart. If you come down too far on their body, you'll start getting into the stomach, into the intestines. That's not what you need to hear. The other one that you can use, if you don't have a stethoscope, is called a rat telephone. Yes, I know, sounds funny, but everything's to do with rats, okay? Easiest way to do it, hold them in one hand, take hold of the back legs with the other, hold them up to your ear. Okay, as they're breathing, you'll be able to hear it, but once again, if you go into different areas, you'll hear different things. So if you're too close to the center line of the body, you'll hear nothing but the heart. If you're too far down on the stomach, you'll hear their stomach and their intestines. Once again, not what you want to hear. So easiest place is exactly the same place as what I said with the stethoscope, up behind the shoulder blade, and you can hear everything you need to hear. Stethoscope is much easier. Okay, now the last bit, how to wrap up. How to wrap a rat. Okay, well guess what? Floki's going to be our nice little, well, maybe. Okay, you've had a cut on his back. That's basically what it is. Excuse me for a second, I just got to get the bandage. Okay, so as I was saying earlier, when you start wrapping up a rat in the bandage, your gauze goes over the top and it's really hard to keep hold of them. Your bandage starts as high up as you can, goes around. You don't want to make it too tight because it will cause some issues breathing, and it's really hard to keep hold of them because they don't like having things wrapped around them. But you go around the neck a couple of times and then just continue on. Okay, as you can see, he's not real happy about it. Makes it really hard for them to walk, and you can't really do too much damage with this style of bandage. As you can see, it's quite stretchy and it won't cause too much damage to them with their breathing. He's not happy, okay? So then you use your tape just to simply tape it on, okay? Now I'll take this one off. You can go in there, that's fine. I'll get the other one. And let's turn this one into a burrito so that everyone knows what a burrito then looks like. Okay? Fold your towel in half, put him in. Lock him up nice and tight. Then all you have to do is hold him like that. He's not going anywhere. Straight to the vet. Any injuries, they're covered. There's not going to be any damage. And then you get to the vets, you can uncover him, they can look, do what they need to do, take him home, put him in the hospital cage, and we're good. Okay, so once again guys, we are not trying to replace a vet. We really need to stress that. If something does go terribly wrong with your rats, please, please, please get them to the vet as soon as possible. Okay? Now, we will have on our files all of the stuff that we've just talked about, so you can actually have a read of it and what you need to have. Okay? So jump on, have a look. Don't forget, Australian Pet Rats. Love us. Thank you.